Man, I sure do love water. It's such a refreshing taste in my mouth. However, I wish there was something better to drink. Starting off, you're going to want to be able to find the vent in the back of Bill's. All you gotta do is just walk up to Bill's and just go behind it, and it's right there. Opening the vent is way easier using the rotate button than just trying to grab it. The screw can also be used to lock the vent, so make sure if you're trying to open the vent that it's not locked. In order to get what's inside this vent, you're going to want to make a long rope out of cables. I'd say 8 would be enough. Once you've got your cables all together, you can start throwing them down the vent hole. Some of them may get stuck, so make sure you push them in. To get into the vent, you're going to want to sit down in a seat and then use marbles and use a Makarov to get yourself in. Now, this may take a couple of attempts. It is really janky, but once you're in, you should see the lemon. Once in the vent, all you have to do is just get the lemon attached to the cable that you lowered down earlier. Now, this may take a couple of attempts if your rope is too short, but once you get it attached, you can start raising the spike and the rope right out of the vent hole. Once the lemon is out of the vent, you can then unglue it from the rope using Shift plus B. Once you have the lemon out, you can then attach it to any flyer you prefer and then fly it to Cathedral. If you don't know any good flyer designs, I have a video you can check out right here. Now, using a planter from the component machine, you can plant the lemon to start growing a lemon tree of your own. Now, while that is going on, you can go over to gas station and grab a seat because there is something very important inside the walls of the gas station. Now, going over to this room, you can see that there is a gold bar. To get this gold bar out, all you need to do is put it on top of a seat, and then once it's glued onto the seat, you just have to face it forward and then walk into it. Now that the gold bar is sticking out, you just have to go back into the gold room and do one more thing. All you need to do is just get a shotgun and shoot off the seat. Once the seat is shot off, you can just go back to the gas station and see that the gold bar is free. The second important item that you're going to need at the gas station is the knife. This is located on the trap at the back of gas station. In order to free it, you're going to need to make a stopwatch bomb. C4 works too if you have it, but once you have the stopwatch bomb, you just want to set it to a reasonable time. I'd say around like 10 seconds, and then start the timer and hurry over and grab the knife while also making sure to stay out of the radius of the blast. Once it blows up, the knife will be free and you can just calmly take it over the side of gas station and make sure to glue it. I'm not sure if it despawns if it's not glued. Now, for the Delicious Citrus badge, you're going to need golden planters. To get this, you're going to want planters lined up inside of the furnace room and place the gold bar inside. Now, you're going to have to wait a second because the gold bar will start to melt inside the furnace, and once it's fully melted, you just want to drag the planters underneath the melted gold. By this time, your lemons should have already grown at least somewhat. You can pick them off by just grabbing them off the tree. Now, to get the golden lemons that you need for the Delicious Citrus badge, you are going to want to plant the lemons inside of these golden planters. And when you do that, you'll immediately notice a huge growth spurt in them. Now, only one golden lemon will grow from this variant of tree, so it is very important that you take each lemon individually to see which one is the golden one. You will notice it's golden if you take it into the furnace room. The golden one will have a slight shine on it. You can see when I grab these lemons here, this one is not golden because it is not shining. However, if I bring this one up to the furnace, it is shining very bright. Only the golden lemon is important for now, so you can put the rest of them away. Once you find your golden lemon, you will need to plant it in another planter. I'd say put in a gold one so you get the speed boost, but this one will grow exclusively golden lemons. Once you get a good amount of both lemons, it is time for you to start turning them into lemonade. Now, for this lemon press, you're going to want 2 spikes, a stopwatch, a linear actuator, a button, and a decoupler, and you're just going to want to follow what the video does in order to create this. Once your build is done, it should look like this, and you just have one more step before you can collect the lemon juice. Jumping over to the side of dealership, you can go into this kitchen-like area to collect a glass of water, which will then be brought to Cathedral and emptied out so you can use it to fill it with lemonade. Now, before the lemons can be pressed, you're actually going to have to cut the lemons using the knife you got from earlier. You can put the cup under here for later, but to cut the lemons, you just want to make a golf swinging motion towards the lemon. I think that's the easiest way. You can do any other choice, but I think It's very good. Once you have your sliced up lemons, you can just follow along what the video is doing in order to crush the lemon into little drops, which you can then pick up by sliding your cup around. Now to grab the cup when it's filled all the way up, you're just going to want to bring out a tool like the flintlock and then walk into it slowly. Make sure it's a full glass before drinking in order to get the badge. Drinking the regular lemonade cup gives you the stapler. The stapler is an alternative version of the glue, except for the fact that it can actually pierce through two different objects at once. I'd say it looks a lot cleaner than glue, but there is no rubber version of it. Drinking the golden lemonade gives you the cardboard as well as the box cutter. The cardboard is, as you'd expect, a flat piece of cardboard that you can click to drop to the floor. Now the special thing about this is that you can actually grab two lone pieces, like these two slabs of rubber, and it will turn itself into another piece of cardboard. This works with any piece of junk. You cannot use whole objects like the ladder, but if you break it into pieces, you can then use them. The box cutter is meant specifically for the cardboard. It lets you cut a straight line into any piece of cardboard, however, it only lets you do it once, so make sure you get the right cut. I think both of these items are very great as they let you be very creative with what you are building. Now, having these badges also allows you to access a room in the back of gas station that includes a lamp, a sofa, a paper towel dispenser, as well as a water heater and others. That's all for this guide, but hopefully I see you in the next.